welcome, gentlemen. Damien, what do you make of it then? I mean, the omission of Grealish and Maddison, and then not willing to take the risk on Maguire injury-wise, and then the ones maybe before the tournament or before the provisional squad with Henderson and Rashford, for example. Is this a new, bolder approach from Gareth Southgate?
On the face of it, it certainly appears that way. But when you dig a little bit into it, I think the familiarity which we had with the England squads, the names were almost the same every time a squad was picked for the last 4 years. And when you look at the squad now, the players that are missing, the likes of Jordan Henderson, Rashford, Maguire, are either injured, so out of form, Calvin Phillips, so out of form, or into semi-retirement, which is where Jordan Henderson is kind of heading towards now. That it was a natural progression. And when you look at the players that have come in, you can't ignore them. The season that Cole Palmer has had, you can't ignore him. Eze at Crystal Palace has been absolutely brilliant. And then the two centre forward. The centre forward is probably interesting for me. Harry Kane, Ollie Watkins, and Ivan Toney. To bring three of them, that's pretty bold. But with the exception of Jack Grealish, I think it's all very logical. We're in danger of giving Gareth too much credit of being ruthless. It was a natural progression to end up with a squad like this. As I said, it was just a familiarity and the shock, I suppose, initially. But when you delve into it, they're all explainable.
The question is, though, whether it's ruthless Gareth or logical Gareth, Keith, do these choices make England more likely to win the Euros this summer?
I think so, Tommy. Yeah, I think the one thing that English fans in particular, and maybe the media as well, has been, we could throw at Gareth that maybe he plays with the handbrake off with the two sitting midfielders. I still think he will play with the two sitting midfielders, but Royce will be one and Bellingham will possibly be the other, so he'll be allowed off the leash a little bit. And when you look at the boys that Damien's talking about, Cole Palmer, Eze, these boys can come on and change the game at the drop of a hat. I know Grealish has that in his locker, but the second half of the season at Manchester City, we haven't really seen it. So the only real talking point is a Grealish, but Grealish is a left winger. He plays on the left wing for Manchester City. I think the boys that are in, the likes of Foden, can play on the left, can play in the middle, can play on the right, Palmer the same. They can play in a whole host of positions. So I just think he's not as flexible as the rest of the players, and it's nip and tuck between an awful lot of them, but the other ones have flexibility on their side.